It's actually using a bait caster is very difficult to do. It took me months to work out what I was doing wrong, but I've told him what he's doing wrong, so he's been able to, you know, because basically what happens is it knots up when you throw it. If you've got the wrong settings, but I've been able to see that doing that there is difficult. I've been able to teach him in in a day, right, how to do it. But I never had any. I thought I had a faulty. Hello, Dang. I had a faulty. That's it. He's got it now. It took him all day. He's shouting at me, getting pissed off. For fuck's sake, you know what I mean? But that is difficult, is it? Because it's the settings. You see, I've shown him how to use the settings on the side. Why the settings are used. Why it does what's known as a bird's nest. You know, all he's shaking it out there. Like when you pull the thing in, sometimes if you pull the line in too much, the end can get. So I said, you know, showing him how to like make sure that like let the reel off and let the lure drop to the floor. Yeah. Yeah, let the thing drop to the floor, and if it doesn't, it means that you've got a knot, and that's what he did. Then he stopped, he checked it and stuff like that. So he's getting it. He thinks he's heard the sound of a fish over there. He probably hasn't, but he's keeping him busy. Fishing, he's like, yeah, 90% of the time, well, more than 90% of the time, you won't catch anything. And he understands about how if you smash the lure into the ground, when it flies through the air. Go on, Dang. Whoa, oh yeah, Dang. Whoa, yeah. He thinks there's a fish there. That's it then. Come on. Brilliant if you did catch something there. I was fishing for 3 years and never caught. I caught 1 or 2 things. One of them was in a stock. Well, some of the stuff was in a pool that was stocked. You know what I mean? But it wasn't one of the things that was stocked in the pool though. You know what I mean? It was a snakehead. And then another time around here, just down there, I caught a giant snakehead. But as I was reeling it in, as I lifted it off the ground, it dropped off the lure. I didn't, because I was so shocked that I literally caught something I forgot to strike. You know, I've got it. You know, so I'm pulling it in. I'm reeling it up. I've literally got it out of the water. You know, snakehead. It wasn't the biggest one. A giant snakehead. Whoa, yeah. And it was, and as I'm coming out of the water, it just drops off. I was like, you fucker! I never fished again. That's good, that is. Although he's pissing me off there because he keeps swinging the thing round. You know what I mean? He's swinging you're supposed to whip it, so it whips. So you get used to whipping it. You can carry on down. Yeah, so that's better than what he's doing there. Ninoy. That's where you will get where there's a little bit of grass like that. This is where the frogs are, and then where there's frogs, there's snakeheads. This is a good place. This will be a good place to fish. This had like boa. Yeah, but Dang, I think that's gas, Dang. Get. Yoimak Mark. Oh bloody hell, he's got a really big fish there. Remember, Dang, we want to get to Ban Nang because we've seen fish there. We hen Ba Lao. Oh, he's got that. Look at that. That's brilliant. That is. Oh, that's gonna. He can fish now. That's great. And he can use. I know, Dang. Steve, you ban long high. Got mare barn. Yeah, he's got that now, really. You can have that then. Because I was like, yeah, no, you're not having, like, until you get good. I was going to buy him a cheap set. But now he can have that. I don't know, he'll use it more than I will. Look, he's got it there. He's whipped it there. That's what you see. You need to be able to get the whip, because you could be like his. It's luxury. But if you're in between trees and stuff like that, like in some kind of little pond, and as you can see fish in there, you know there's fish there, but there's trees. Because you never have fish where there's. You'll never have fish where there's where it's open like this. You know, or it's always difficult. Where there's fish, there's difficulty. You know what I mean? So, but it's just nice. Just It's the perfect thing. You don't, no one, you'll never see anybody go. Well, you do see people going out fishing at this time because they've been working, so they've got no choice. But most of the time, the real top fishermen, they're going in when it's the blazing sun, because they find that snakeheads and well, giant snakeheads is called it's the giant snakehead is they call it he keeps going over to that same spot thinking there's a fish there, but it does there are rings going around there, but it could be just there's a gas pocket there. I'm trying to think of the bar shadow. So it's called, they call bar, which is fish, and then there's shadow, so it's called a shadow. And he's absolutely crazy about fish now. Whoa, yeah. Remember down, I think đi qua by Banarang. Khơi hen bar. Okay, another 3 times he says. But as I said to him there, we have previously seen fish over there smash out the water in a place like this, just like this, so we know it's worth spending time there. As we're here, there might be fish in here, but there might not be. But this is the kind of places where people do fish. They just do this constantly back and forwards, and eventually a fish, you'll see them swimming around. It's crazy. You think, where did they come from? Where the hell have they come from, the fish? I mean, this was dry. This has been dry. This hang mark, dry as hell. You know what I mean? And then, oh, look at that. Whoa, don't look down, you tam DD, dang. Okay, this is Kang Sut Thai, because I think đi qua Ba Na Nang, yeah, go Nang Na Nang. Go Ba Na Nang. That's it, he hasn't had a bird's nest yet. But then again, he knows how. The only one is. I've also this reel. When you have a bird's nest, which means basically like he just said that was the last time before, he didn't another time. But he said that. He said that about 10 times already. Oh, that's it. Oh, brilliant, dang. Oh, gang mark. He whipped it round in a circle, made a C shape, and shoop. That's good. Shit. Oh, yeah. But there's plenty of places in Banarang. Dang, there's a lot of me tea yerk ti Banarang money. Yeah? Me bachon. But these snakehead fish, we saw some just in the village, like in the streets, right outside somebody's house. There's like in the front of the house, when the rain comes down, they have like concrete square drains, you know, a foot down, or you know, and a foot across and a foot up. And there was a snakehead in there. They're just everywhere. They just grow everywhere. Brilliant, dang. But Bill Lawang D, or what do you say? Lawang Chon Gan Lawang Chon Gap Nam. Okay, but if you smash it, it's got to fly through the air, and then it's got to land. If you smash it into the ground, what happens is, with these bait casters, that's beautiful, dang. Right, these bait casters, what happens is, as it comes off the reel, they're like really fast, so the reel doesn't come off the front of it, doesn't just get torn off the front of the spool like a normal one does. This thing is where it's actually fed. It's like a cotton reel on its side, right? A cotton reel on its side. So as the cotton reel is spinning, right, because of the weight of the lure, right, that's great. But then what happens is the lure gets to a point where it now starts to drop, right? It drops. And then what happens then is as it drops, the speed drops, but the actual cotton reel is still spinning at the same speed. And what happens is suddenly all the line then starts. He keeps delivering it, and as it's delivering it, then shoom, you turn into a bird's nest. And he goes, the whole thing stops. Then you got to try and sort all that out. It's a nightmare. What they do is they have on the side, they have magnets. So they have like magnets, stationary magnets, like about say 5 magnets, and then what they then do is have they have like on the side of the reel, they'll have loads of steel. I'm assuming steel things the size of the magnets, and then so what you do, you can get closer of this. The actual setting takes the side of the magnets closer to the cotton reel or further away from it, and what happens then, it slows the reel as the reel is trying to spin. It slows that reel down, so it slows that cotton reel down, the spool, as it's spinning. You know what I mean? And what it then does is it sort of doesn't allow, when the actual lure drops to the ground and then smashes in and hits the water, the cotton reel is not going so fast, because the magnets slow it down, and you have to set it up, and I've shown you how to set it up and what have you, a foolproof way that I saw on YouTube. Someone said, which is how you do that. Is what you do is you hold your fishing rod up and you drop the bait, you just allow a heron type thing, 2 of them. Oh, a lie. He just says, I heard a sound. He says, see what he just did then? He smashed it into the ground, and then what that'll cause is what's known as a fool or a bird's nest. But Fudang, okay, Manny Leo. Oh, okay, I'll come to you. So there you go. Tell you what, I'll show you this before I end the video. I'll show what he's done. What he just did there was classic, as I was telling you about. You smash it into the ground. What happens is the actual cotton reel with the reel with the actual line on keeps going. And what happens then, it delivers loads of lines straight out, and suddenly you've got a complete knot, and you've got to be lucky. Let's have a look. Let's have a look there. That's knit now. That's knit now down. See that? Imagine that 20 times worse than that with knots. See that? There's a knot. There, look. That's what it does. It starts delivering. It carries on as the lure ground smashes into the water, because he did it into the water. He got too cocky. What happens then? That suddenly stops, and then this carries on and then delivers all its what's it. But that's a little one. Plus, on this version, you can take the side off and pull the spool out, and it's a lot easier, which I never knew that back in the day, and I was having to sort it all out. I sit here for 20 minutes trying to get my line out. Good nightmare. Anyway, that's the end of it. Okay.